report for today's trading session, the 28th of July, Monday. I just gotta tell you great news. I just passed my first funded eval, so yeah, I had a very good session. I did altogether 5 trades, but out of that five, one was forward tested. So for altogether on my eval account, the first one was a long off of the open point of interest. So basically, after we opened, we went up, down, sweeping all most of the sell side that was left from New York PM session, and then we displaced through the open POI. Since then, we held a demand, 1 minute demand. We hold the POC level, and once we displaced through the POI, I was waiting for price to have reason to come back down here into the POI. Now we can see that before displacement happened, we swept all these sell side, and we displaced through the supply right here. That was for me an information to consider along in the future if this demand would hold. Now, as I mentioned, I was waiting for market to create any sort of internal liquidity, for market to have a reason to come back. I put my limit order once we created this. I actually didn't stay at the charts when I got tagged in a limit order at the demand and a stop loss below the open POI, and I was targeting the 1 minute supply, just about these equal highs right here. So this was 12929 trade. As you can see, it worked out great, and my TP got hit. So that was our trade number one. Trade number two is right this one. So for me, the power shifted once the price was not able to break about the supply, about the liquidity. And in this supply, 1 minute supply, there is also a value area high from Friday's New York session. Now, when I saw this rejection, I was waiting for price to prove by displacing through this demand that we are serious about shorts. Once this happened, we came back to the supply, we respected it, and we went down. Now we were choppy here, which gave me quite a bit of confluence for the short setup, because I started to see all this buy side liquidity that has been created, and this unmitigated supply. So I just put my limit order here, and I was targeting this demand right here. I'm not sure whether you can see it, but this 1 minute demand, as you can see, this was 1 to 3.5. Trade number three is right here. This one was a great one because it was very fast. So basically, I saw price pretty much the same thing, creating this internal. Once I saw these two candles, I realized that we are sitting in a flip. So this is the demand, this is the flip I'm talking about, and we have a double-sided weak candle, which is like lower time frame POC. So that was my limit order, stop loss just about the wick, and it was 1 to 3.6 risk to reward. I was targeting these equal lows. Trade number four was forward tested. I actually was going off of this flip. As you can see, a limit order would be put at the edge of the flip, and a stop loss above, and targeting 1 to 3, since it was like very quick in and out, and we were near the open POI demand that actually held. And straight after we have a last trade, trade number 5 or trade number 4. This was a market order actually. This wasn't a limit order. And basically, what happened, I was watching how we will deal with this demand that previously held and open POI. That's for me another confluence that the price have a high reaction point. So I was looking either for bulls to break above or bears. Now, bulls, we have an engulfing candle right here, just about this internal that was building. This is a supply. I didn't wait for supply to break just because I'm using Bookmap, and on Bookmap there was a clear shift of power. You could see that the buyers started to stack all the sort of a resistance right below. So I did get market order once we were trades and started to go back up, targeting 1253, targeting all these highs right here. And that was done for today. And again, it was 5 wins, but 4 real trades, therefore 4 wins. And what is great, I passed my eval. As always, thank you very much, Briar, for looking into it. Have a lovely night. Bye bye.